You've probably had this happen. You're 2 minutes into an important Zoom call and the Wi-Fi drops. You're trying to reconnect while the kids shout that theirs is down too. You move the router, restart it, even try a cheap extender, but every corner of the house has its own dead zone and nothing properly fixes it. And when dropouts keep derailing meetings and stressing everyone out, you can't keep guessing what to buy or where to put things. So in this video, I'll quickly explain why single routers and basic extenders struggle in real homes, and how a mesh system finally gives you stable whole home Wi-Fi. By the end, your calls stay solid, the kids can stream or study without shouting for help, and you get a setup you install once and then stop thinking about it completely. Most people don't start by buying a whole new system. They try the obvious quick fixes. Why do those feel like they should work, and why do they usually fail? Most of us start with the basics because they sound sensible. Move the router, restart it, grab an extender. But the weak spots always come back. Moving a router helps one room but hurts another. Reboots give you a temporary boost. Extenders often create extra networks, so devices hop between them, which is why calls sometimes drop as you walk around. Once you have a setup that covers the whole home evenly, you don't need hacks, it just works. Let's get practical. What is a single router actually doing, and why does that design leave holes in real homes like yours? One router equals one source of Wi-Fi, and it has to reach every room. If it's in the living room, that room's great, but upstairs or behind thick walls, not so much. Extenders help a bit, but they usually create separate mini networks. Mesh spreads the signal across multiple points instead of pushing everything from one device. A single router radiates from one spot, and cheap extenders create separate patchy networks, so coverage is inconsistent and reliability remains a guess. That's why these fixes don't solve the real problem. If a single point approach is the problem, what does a better approach look like? And how does it actually make your life simpler? Mesh is just a smarter layout. Several nodes around the home that work together. Each node gives off strong overlapping Wi-Fi, so your device always connects to the closest one. There's one network name, no switching, no dropouts when you move. It turns your whole house into one reliable Wi-Fi zone. Kitchen, office, garden. Mesh uses multiple coordinated nodes that form one seamless Wi-Fi network, keeping signal strength consistent across rooms without swapping networks or juggling devices. Mesh isn't for everyone, so here's a quick rule of thumb to help you decide who should buy it and who should not. Not every home needs mesh. If you're in a small flat with just a couple devices, a mesh kit won't make a big difference. Mesh helps most in larger homes, multi-floor layouts, thick walls, or busy households where lots of people are online at once. If your space is small, a modern single router is the better spend. Picture your next work week with no sudden drops. What changes around the house when Wi-Fi becomes reliably invisible? When Wi-Fi stops cutting out, everything just runs smoother. Calls go straight through, the kids can upload homework or stream without interruptions, and you're not walking around testing spots. One calm, problem-free week is when you realize how much time you were losing to tiny Wi-Fi issues. A mesh kit typically costs between £100 and £350. Most homes use 2 to 3 nodes, and setup takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Some broadband providers offer mesh add-ons. BT Complete Wi-Fi, Virgin Media Wi-Fi Max, Sky Wi-Fi Boost, EE Wi-Fi Enhancer, or you can use third-party systems like TP-Link Deco, Amazon Eero, or Google Nest Wi-Fi. No solution is perfect. What are the practical trade-offs you should know before you commit to mesh? Mesh improves coverage, not the actual broadband speed coming into your home. It costs more upfront, and you'll need to place a couple of nodes around the house. And if your home is small, those extra devices won't add much value. A good single router is often the better choice for smaller spaces. The main trade-offs are costs and extra hardware to manage. So buy mesh for scale and demand, not because you saw it in a product ad. Now that you understand why single routers and extenders struggle, how mesh networks actually fix those weak spots, and when mesh is or isn't worth the money, you can make a clear, confident decision for your home. Whether that's upgrading your router or switching to a simple 2 or 3 node mesh setup, you now know exactly what will give you stronger, more reliable Wi-Fi in every room. To find out more info and compare broadband providers, visit uswitch.com.